It is Saturday, February 28th, 2026, and this nor'easter has taken a historic turn. The National Weather Service has placed New York City under a blizzard warning for the first time since March 2017. Blizzard warnings now stretch across 6 states: Delaware, New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, coastal Connecticut, Rhode Island, and eastern Massachusetts, including Boston. The Fox Forecast Center upgraded Philadelphia to 18 to 24 in of snow. Boston is now looking at 18 to 24 in with snowfall rates of 2 to 4 in per hour, and thunders now possible. The Jersey Shore is forecast for a clean 2 FT. Drifts could reach 4 to 5 FT. Governor Hochul says the forecast has rapidly deteriorated over the past 24 hours and calls this a potentially life-threatening and historic storm. States of emergency have been declared in New York, 22 counties, New Jersey effective noon today, and Philadelphia declared a snow emergency effective 4:00 p.m. today. Schools are closed Monday. Courts are closed. Government offices are shut down. Over 1,500 Sunday flights have already been canceled. This is being compared to the blizzard of 1996, which dumped over 20 inches on Central Park and paralyzed the eastern seaboard for a week, and the February 2006 storm that buried Central Park under 26. 9 in 16 hours. Fox Weather is calling this a generational blizzard. The storm is arriving right now. Let me walk you through exactly what is happening. By the way, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now, let's move on. What is happening right now? Snow is already falling across the Appalachians and western Pennsylvania as of early this morning. The low-pressure center is developing off the Corollas. This is the system that will undergo bombogenesis, dropping from around 1,000 millibars to approximately 970 millibars within 24 hours. That 30 millibar pressure drop makes this a textbook bomb cyclone. The 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron, the Hurricane Hunters, departed from Keesler Air Force Base in Mississippi to fly into the environment ahead of this storm. That is how seriously the National Weather Service is taking this. The data they collected has been fed into the models and is part of why confidence surged so dramatically in the last 48 hours. Scattered rain and snow showers are moving into the I-95 corridor this morning. Temperatures are right near freezing, so the first precipitation may start as rain or a mix from DC through Philadelphia and into New York City. Do not let that fool you. The changeover to all snow happens this afternoon, and it does not stop for over 24 hours. To understand the scale of what is happening, consider this. Fox Weather compared this storm to 3 defining blizzards of the last 3 decades. The blizzard of 1996 paralyzed the eastern seaboard for nearly a week, with over 20 INES in Central Park and up to 30 INES in other boroughs. It forced the New York Stock Exchange to close. The February 2006 storm buried Central Park under 26. 9 in just 16 hours with rates of 3 to 4 in per hour. This storm has the ingredients to be in that conversation. This is the 5th consecutive weekend with snowfall for some Northeast cities. New York City has already recorded 22. 3 in this season, close to the historical average of 22. 1 in. And this storm alone could nearly double that total. The timeline. Hour by hour. This morning through early afternoon, light rain snow mix across the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Snow already falling in western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and the mountains. By 2:00 p.m. Sunday, all precipitation transitions to snow across the Philadelphia metro. Snow begins sticking. Late Sunday afternoon, snowfall intensifies rapidly across the entire corridor. This is when blizzard conditions begin developing along the coast from the Jersey Shore through Long Island. Sunday evening, 6 to 7 p.m., wind gusts ramp to 30 to 45 mech across New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, and Long Island. Snowfall rates reach 1 to 2 in per hour. Sunday night, midnight, the storm explodes. Wind gusts on Long Island hit 60 to 65 mph. Snowfall rates in the heaviest bands reach 2 to 4 inches per hour. Visibility drops below a quarter mile. Whiteout conditions across the I-95 corridor. The low-pressure center sits just south of Long Island as a 970 millibar monster. Monday sunrise through late morning. Peak intensity across southern New England. Wind gusts of 50 to 70 mph. Cape Cod and Nantucket could see gusts approaching 80 mph. Thunder snow is possible during this window. This is when power outages become most likely. Monday afternoon, snow begins winding down across the mid-Atlantic, but remains heavy in New England. Cape Cod and Boston still getting hammered. Monday evening, steady snow winds down 7 to 10 p.m. from Worcester to Boston. Blowing snow lingers as winds slowly decrease. Tuesday, the storm is gone. We are talking about all the snow on the ground, official snow totals. The numbers have been upgraded significantly in the last 12 hours. The NWS was forecasting 8 to 12 inches for most areas yesterday morning. They have since blown past those numbers. Here is where we stand. Boston and Greater Boston, including the Worcester to Boston corridor, 18 to 24 in. The NWS issued a blizzard warning from 400 p.m. Sunday through 7:00 a.m. Tuesday. This will be the most impactful storm in several years. Philadelphia 18 to 24 in per the Fox Forecast Center. Snow emergency in effect at 4 p.m. today. Schools virtual Monday. Courts closed. New York City 15 to 22 in. Blizzard warning in effect 6:00 a.m. Sunday through 6:00 p.m. Monday. First blizzard warning since 2017. Mayor Ma Danny warns of whiteout or near blizzard conditions. If NYC hits 12 inches or more, it would be the first time since February 2021. The ceiling is much higher than that now. Eastern New Jersey and the Jersey Shore, 2 feet. An intense band of snow is expected to set up and dump rates of 2 to 4 in per hour. Long Island 15 to 20 in with blizzard conditions and gusts to 65 mimic fears. Hartford and Providence 14 to 18 in. Connecticut 12 to 24 in. Blizzard warnings for coastal sections. North Jersey, Lower Hudson Valley 12 to 18 in, with the Upper Hudson Valley potentially 18 to 22 in. Southeastern Massachusetts, including the South Shore 18 to 24 in with blizzard conditions. Cape Cod and Nantucket 10 to 15 in with the most extreme winds. Washington, D.C. 10 to 15 in. Mayor Bowser deploying 200 plows. Maryland and Baltimore 10 to 15 in. West Virginia mountains a foot plus. Southern New Hampshire and southern Maine 6 to 12 in. Virginia Beach 1 to 4 in on the far southern edge. Wind and power outage threat. This is not just about snow. The wind with this storm is what makes it historic and dangerous. Coastal gusts of 50 to 70 mph are expected across eastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Cape Cod and Nantucket may see gusts approaching 80 to 90. Match pre-Long Island gusts to 60 to 65 mph. Inland gusts of 30 to 45 mph from New Jersey through Connecticut. Heavy wet snow plus these wind gusts equals widespread power outages across Connecticut, Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts, Long Island, and New Jersey. Drifts of 4 to 5 ft are possible in exposed areas. NWS Boston says the lack of recent significant wind events means trees are more vulnerable to damage. Power outages could last days in some areas. Coastal flooding. Coastal flood warnings have been upgraded from Delaware to Maine, the South Shore of Massachusetts, and Cape Cod could see 2 to 3 feet of coastal inundation at the height of the storm. Significant beach erosion is expected. Road closures along exposed shoreline areas. Moderate flooding is likely in low-lying neighborhoods along the New Jersey and Delaware coasts during Sunday night's high tide. New York City is now under a coastal flood warning as well. City-by-city predictions. Northeast New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, D.C., Hartford, Providence, Portland, Buffalo. The storm is here. NYC 15 to 22 in blizzard warning first since 2017. Whiteout conditions. Town 500 plus flights canceled. Gusts to 50 plus mph. Boston 18 to 24 in. Blizzard warning through Tuesday 7 a.m. Thunders now possible gusts 50 to 70 mph. Power outages top concern. Philly 18 to 24 in. Snow emergency 4 p.m. Schools virtual Monday. DC 10 to 15 in. 200 plows deployed. Hartford 14 to 18 in. Providence 14 to 18 inches blizzard warning. Portland me 6 to 12 inches on the northern edge. Buffalo lake effect on the backside. Southeast Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Raleigh, Birmingham, Jacksonville, New Orleans. The storm's origin is over the Carolinas right now. Rain and showers across the southeast today. Raleigh could see snow or a wintry mix as the low deepens offshore. Cape Hatteras may even get a coating to a couple inches on the far southern fringe. Cold air crashes in behind. Massive temperature drops by Monday. Florida's record warmth is over. Midwest and Great Lakes, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Columbus, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Louisville. Snow showers on the backside of the low across Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and western North Carolina. Not major accumulation, but a few inches in heavier bands. Lake effect continues. The real story is the Arctic blast behind the storm. Single digits and below zero by early next week. Coldest morning of the season. West Coast and Mountain West. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Sacramento, San Diego, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Boise, Flagstaff, Denver, Albuquerque. Relative calm this weekend as the ridge sits over the west. By Tuesday, snow returns to the Cascades and northern Rockies. The Sierra gets a break after weeks of relentless storms. Plains and south-central Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Omaha, Denver, San Antonio, Little Rock, Memphis. Arctic air is pouring in. Single digits in Nebraska and Iowa by Monday, below zero in the Dakotas. Temperatures dropping 40 degrees in some southeast locations. What comes next? This storm is not the end. Tuesday into Wednesday, an Alberta clipper drops a few more inches across the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast, on top of everything that just fell. That is going to make cleanup even more difficult. Thursday and Friday, another significant storm system along the East Coast could bring even more snow and possibly severe weather further south into the Mississippi Valley and the Southeast. Early March, another Arctic blast. Both models have consistently shown early March turning colder with the ridge west, trough east pattern persisting. The ENSO transition from La Nina to neutral will fuel more dynamic storm systems heading into spring. Winter is far from over. If you are in the path of this storm right now, stay home. Do not drive. Have flashlights, charge devices, and supplies ready. This is a historic event. Stay safe.